Deputy Burton actually wrote in request to the meeting. So.
Okay, I'll just ask a very brief question. You used words in relation to the figures that the public have received in respect of the banks. You referred, to quote you, to unreliability. You referred to being lied to, the public being lied to about what's in the information they've been given. You referred to information being manipulated, and you referred to the need for honest measures. I mean, does that mean basically piecing together what you were saying there in the presentation, that really there has been no honest accounting by either the Department of Finance or the government in relation to the level of seriousness of the conditions in the banks? And if so, you mentioned quarterly reporting and so on, but if so, how do you think that that should be addressed? I mean, a lot of the events that you described, like March 2009, are very specifically outside of the remit of the limited inquiry that the government has established. Do you think that the remit of the inquiry needs to be broadened? And in relation to quarterly reporting, would you see that being given to, for instance, a vehicle like the Dáil, the Finance Committee, in order to allow people in the country, citizens, to be aware of the full picture? But most of all, when you use terms like lied to, does that mean that you think we really have not been told the truth by the various parties?
Yes, absolutely. I used that word carefully and advisedly. I've been, as I said to you, using figures only from published material and doing estimates on those from experience, tested experience, checking it against other experts' experience and advices, and was told repeatedly for the last 9 months that the alternative, as it were, assessment of those facts was rubbish. And it wasn't rubbish. Why, with all its resources, was there this fear of the truth? If there's, like, to use a massive analogy, when Nagasaki and Hiroshima were destroyed by the bombs, they couldn't pretend that they weren't destroyed. In this country, there was a phoniness and a pretense about the damage. And it seemed to me and to others that sort of the arrival of a preferred, powerful, professional, political, institutional group of people who, on an extended basis through their staffs, etc., may number 7,000 or 8,000, saw that a knee-jerk proposal, with the total exclusion of any other thinking except this proposal, this NAMA proposal, it was idiotic. Clean the bank balance sheets of bad assets, get liquidity flowing, and the loans will not lead to losses more than 23 billion because there will be long-term economic value through the uplift of an economy and so on and so forth. They didn't even want to discuss the lack of foundation for those 3 idiotic remarks. In retrospect, they were idiotic.